no clue is not enough.
Yo, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ethan and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make this awesome clean looking Lucozade ad. I made this in my spare time. I was just at my dad's and I made it, and then I thought, why not show you guys how to make it. It's really easy, quite simple to do. I can't exactly remember how to fully do it because I did it a while ago, but that's why I've got the PSD pack open right now. But, excuse me, I just got a bit of a crisp in my teeth. Really annoying. Okay, so the canvas size is, this is a canvas size. So make this a size for your new document. So 1080 by 1577. So it's 1080 1577. Keep that all normal and click OK, and you get a nice page like this. And then what we can do is, in the description I will have a folder which you can download, and it's pretty much just got all the assets in, which you guys will be able to use for this. Where is it? Lucozade files. So these are three main things which you are going to need. That's why I'm going to put these things in the description so you guys can get it. You're going to need all the files. So you've got 2 water liquid files and you've got a Lucozade bottle. Just quickly open these. If you guys don't want this type of Lucozade bottle, I'm using pink lemonade. If you guys don't want this one, you can always go get a different one. You can use a different Lucozade bottle. It's totally up to you. But all these 3 assets will be in the description, so make sure to go get that. Here we have the Lucozade bottle with a bit of text underneath. We got a shadow. We got the cat flying off with water spraying out. So this is the effect we are going for. Well, I'm recreating it, but the main thing we're going to want to do is turn off that, turn off CC, and go into group, and we just want to get this background color. I can't remember what it is. So it's 28 1D45. 28 1D45. That's the color which we're going to be using for the background here. So once you made a new document, just enter and then Alt backspace if your color is the foreground. If it's background, Control backspace, and you'll get this nice purple type color. Really clean, looks quite good in like simplistic things like adverts. You could put I could do a thing for honor if I wanted to, like a t-shirt or something, I don't know. But so yeah, so if we look here we have the reflection of the bottle. So what we're going to do is, this bottle, you're just going to drag and drop it into your new folder here, and you just want to align that in the center like that, and make it smaller by holding Shift and Alt while you resize it roughly like that. So now you've done that, the way to get the shadow, you want to duplicate that, and once you've done that, just Control J to duplicate. Once you've done that, hold Control and hover over the little thumbnail over here, on your layers tab, this thing here, and click, and it will bring marching ants around it. So pretty much just select it, and then what you can do is change the color to black, like so, and then bring it underneath the layer like that. And then what you need to do is Control T, and you want to hold Control, and this middle top square, you pretty much just want to drag that down and put it at like an angle, like so, like that. And then what you can do is just lower the opacity. I can't remember what this opacity is. 8. So you want to lower it to like 8 or 10 or 9, up to you guys. In that region, obviously. 8 does look better. It's just a quick glance over and you can see it's got a little reflection. now you've done that, as you can see, we have the water. Obviously we've got the text, but we've got the water which wraps around the text, the bottle, sorry. So we're going to be making that. So what you want to do is get this water particle or water asset and drag it into your image. It will be quite big when you drag it in, so you just want to resize it like so. Drag it a bit, resize it. Oh shit, see, I accidentally clicked something there and then it just fucked up. So drag it smaller, resize it. You can rotate it a bit to make it a bit smaller. Drag it like there. Now what you can do is, we want to get, so make it on the top. What you want to do is you want to cut half of this like water out. So you want to cut this bit of water away from the actual bottle. We're going to make it a bit smaller. Like that. So we're going to cut this water from this bottle away, so it kind of like goes around. Wait, hold on. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Oh wait, no, this is the wrong water particle. I wonder why it looked a bit weird. Okay, 2 seconds, I'll be with you in a second.
One eternity later.
Okay, this is the water particle which I needed. That was the completely wrong one. So this will be in the file, not the other one, this one, so you guys are fine. Let me zoom out. This one's really big for some reason. Well, it's big because it's good quality. But so you just want to resize it. Sorry for that little derp there. And then you just want to kind of like smack it roughly about there. So this goes around the top and this goes through, as you can see there. And then what you want to do is here, you want to hold control and select your bottle, and then get the eraser tool. Make sure you're on 100 hardness and like 100 hardness and a good size. And then make sure you selected the bottle and then just rub away the shit like that. So as you can see, it then looks as if it's going around and like looping up into it. That's pretty much the thing we're going for. Same about here. See, that's a bit more rotated, so what we can do, just rotate it a bit more, like so. But if you do that, make sure you move your bottle a bit, just to go with the rotation. So now you've done that, you pretty much just want to change the colour of the water a bit, just to match the Lucozade bottle. So just click Control U on it, and go to about 96 or 95. That'll give it a nice purple colour to it. Nice purple colour pop. It does look a bit weird, this, to be honest, but make sure, yeah, you'll be fine. Then what you want to do is, this is the old water, that's the water which we just used. That's the water bottle, the bottle, we can get rid of that. This is going to be in there. This is another water PNG. You just want to drag this in. But with this, it comes with a little like bit of dust or whatever it is underneath it. So just get your brush tool and just like rub away a bit. When you get nearer to the water, just be a bit careful. There we go. So just make sure to get rid of that shit around it. You just don't want that in your image, it'll just look horrible. So now what you want to do is flip it horizontally and flip it vertically. Oh no, you just want to flip it vertically, not horizontally. So it goes like that. So it looks like it's shooting out. What I'm going to do is make these two a lot smaller. Just make that a bit smaller. Well, I had to because mine's a bit too big. kind of the water. I arranged the water a bit weird, but then what you want to do is just kind of stick it above the bottle so it looks like it's shooting out the bottle, and then go back into your Control U to human saturation and just click like 95, or like, actually you might want to make this one a bit darker than 95. So like 81 or something. That kind of goes with a nice purple. You could probably put a bit of a color curve on it. Yeah, just put a color curve and just put the output to, just drag the output to 37. Let's click that. And it'll give this nice kind of purple to the Lucozade bottle. Then what you can do is group all them layers together and click Control G to group it, and then just click Control A and just center it in the middle. Oh shit. You kind of like want to move the Lucozade bottle a bit, like that way. So you can roughly tell it's in the middle. If need be, you can just get rulers and snap the rulers into place. So that's roughly about in the middle for the Lucozade bottle. You just want to drag your shadow like that. Okay, so far we've done the water, we've done the shadow. Next, what we've got to do is the cap, the bottle cap. So if we hide all them two layers, what you want to do is just get the pen tool. This is really easy, literally nothing hard is required with doing this. Just get a pen tool and just make a curve in the bottle cap, just below the pink. If there was an open bottle, I would have like put the open bottle in the file, but I can't find one. So I mean, if you guys want to, you can try find one and then use that one, but it's quite hard for me, to be honest. Then what you want to do is, if there is a bit of if there is a bit of like crap up here, just you can like rub that away. Right, they're mostly on the end, you're going to see them, and you can just kind of go in diagonal fashion across the board to get to kind of get rid of most of the purple which is showing, the pink which is showing in the file. You don't want that. You can see half the shit's gone. You can't really see it from there. So if we add all this back, as you can see, it's like firing out of the bottle. What you can do from here is get the cap, which is layer 4 for me. You want to just click Control T, resize the image, resize the bottle cap, resize it just a tad, and rotate it. And then what you want to do is put a blur and put a motion blur. And this motion blur will pretty much like determine where it's come from, where the blur like blurs to. Lower that down, like lower it quite low. About 15, maybe, no, maybe a 20. Yeah, 20. And put the, you want to kind of like think of it as this is where the blur is coming from, right? So you want to, if your bottle is slap bang stood up, you want to put your motion blur facing that way. So it's kind of weird, but my bottle cap would be there. So what I've done is I've put the motion blur facing that way. So if I was to put it on this side, the motion blur arrow will be facing this way. But it's on that side because it's a motion. It's like a motion blur. I don't know. It's weird, but whatever way your bottle cap was facing. So like if it was over here, direct it towards the bottle cap where it was, because it kind of like just looks as if it's flinging off. That's kind of complicated to say, but you know. If we just jump back on here, see the reason it doesn't look as normal is because the Lucozade bottle is big compared to the water. That's why mine looked a bit weird. Now I understand why it looked weird. Oh shit. Let's get a bottle and just shave all this shit away. Like that. Boom. And now you can see the bottle, you can see the water particles a bit more. like that. Boom. So now you can see it is coming along quite nicely. We have all the water wrapping around it. We got the bottle cap flinging off. Next is text. This text is kind of a piece of piss to do, to be honest. I'm pretty certain the font is Elemental and I want to say, but I can't remember fully. No, Evogria. That's it, Evogria. Or Vogria. I think that's the font which they use actually for Luxade. I can't remember. But yep, so get Evogria. It's free on defont.com. Stick on italic. And then the text you want to put is bursting with flavor, full of energy. Bursting with flavor, and just align that in the middle. Bursting with flavor, full of energy. Oh shit. Full of energy. Bursting with flavor, full of energy. That's a nice little motto or catchline to go with this. So once you've aligned them all, pretty much just duplicate the text and put full of energy. Once you've done all this, pretty much you're kind of done with text. The only thing you need to do is just rasterize this bottom one, so the longer text. And get the pen tool and go across like that. Select with, make selection, okay. Click M on your keyboard to get the marquee tool up. And just layer via cut, and once you've done that, just change this to width, and then you can just go into here, put the stroke on it, do the effect which we normally do on the stream package. So put like a 2 or a 1 on there if it looks good with a, I think it'll look better with a 1. Put a 1 on. Maybe. Nah, keep it at 2. Keep it at 2. Yeah, it defines the size of it more. Oh, can you fucking? There we go. So look like outside. You can either put it on outside or inside the position, but up to you guys. So as you can see, bursting with flavor, full of energy. That is a little motto which we're going to go with. And pretty much we are done. If you guys do want, you can create a new layer, drag that above the text and just do a simple little go right in, just do a little thing like that. We get the pencil, make it really small, get pen, stroke path, change it to the pencil, take off simulate pressure, and then make sure you got the white as your foreground color. Stroke path, pencil. You could do this and just shift that right up there, and then you could Control J that onto the other side over here. Up to you guys. You can do something like that. You can underline this or something. You can put, you know, maybe like a squiggle or something for it. I don't know, up to you guys. Speaking of the squiggle, there is something which we can do. And I haven't done this, but we can see what it looks like. Create a new layer, get your pen tool. If you've got the rectangle, if you've got the center kind of, if you've got the rulers, sorry, set up a nice ruler. Make a make a line going down, and then we can just kind of curve it. So it's a curve pretty much just going down. Make one of them, easy to make as you guys just saw me do it. Then just fill the path, go to color, and then select this color here, so the little blue thing, and then just kind of change the slider a bit and just drag it up a tad. Get up a tad like that. Once you've done that, you can see it's like a little purple. This goes through like this. We can change the opacity maybe to about 10, like 30, 20. We can either change the opacity or change the blend mode. I'll probably just change the opacity and put it to like a 10 or something. Like that. It's kind of just like a little another added colour. You don't really notice it, but it is there. You know it's there. So next you just want to add the lights. So pretty much just add a new layer. Get the brush tool. Make it quite big, but lower the opacity. Like that. And then just add a light in the middle and lower the opacity to like something quite low, so like 11 maybe. Just so you get a nice colour pop to it. Just brings out a bit of the background, to be honest. And you can create a new layer, and this will go above everything. It's a brush. It's just a vivid light which go at the top, like so. And lower that down. And get the get this one. It's like that. So it's kind of a bit. Well, you want to make it a bit obvious, like that. Then what you can do is you can make a new layer and get the black and create just like some shadows which goes down and across the bottom, like so. Make that quite like maybe like a 20 or 19. So just lower it so it looks decent. Then you can make a new layer again and change it to a white. And this time we're just going to be making the thing stand out in the middle. So just new layer and stick the blend mode on overlay and just make it pop in the middle a bit, just so it brings up a bit of color. And we are pretty much done with the background. Well, no, we are done with the actual thing. What you want to do now is just go to I can't remember the CCs I used. It was a what was it? It wasn't all of it. Yeah, never mind. I know what it was. So I have it was a graphics pack which I used. It had quite a few CCs in it. It's called like Hazard's manipulation pack. I think you got to pay for it. I think I paid for it. So it's probably not. You can use any CC to be honest, but I'm just gonna use. See there, you can kind of change the color with it. You can mess around with the color quite a lot. There, it brings it out darker. Full blue. I think there's a green one somewhere. There we go. So you can do quite a bit with it. It's up to you guys. You can add a CC on it if you want. It's up to you. I'm just going to add... See, that one at the bottom is quite nice. Where is it? That kind of just pops it a bit. So I might just drag that one in. Like so. Is there any... You want to go in a CC just to make sure there's no like lights and such, like actual layers, so you don't have to move it and center it. We just go to here, text. You kind of want to make it all organized if you are going to use it again, and maybe change a few attributes in it. So yeah, there is a few things you can probably use. One of my Fortnite graphics packs, the massive one, the one that's like 3 gig. You could probably use that. That will make it a nice. You could probably get a few good stars in there to use. There's probably a few other things you can do. But before we finish, what you want to do is just group all the layers, all the groups together, all the layers, and just duplicate that. Then you can leave the bottom group. Just call this some shit. Let's call this back up, and then make the thing a whole. Make the whole group into a full layer. So just Control E it. Then duplicate that. So you have 2 of these. Then you want to go to Filter, Other, High Pass, and put a high pass on it. I put a high pass on pretty much everything I do now. I saw it on Visual JD. Visual Arts, that's his name. I don't know why I said Visual JD, but Visual Arts is video about how to make your designs look decent, just finishing touches, and this is on there. So pretty much just do that. Then you want to make a new layer, just change it full white, make it a bit smaller, like that. And then select the layer by using a little thumbnail, control click it, select, modify, contract it by 5, delete, and make it a tad bit bigger so it fits the whole border, like that. Change it to overlay, and then get your eraser, change the hardness right to 0 and the size right up to about 300, and you can just rub away some of the parts in the thing like so it looks decent, or looks quite, you know, gives a little pop to the image overall, you know, like that. See, that looks good. As you can see, we're pretty much done. If there's anything you want to do to it, I don't know, put a bit of a blur, like a radial blur or something, I don't know, up to you guys. If you guys just want to do that, just make the selection whole, put a radial blur on it. Well, it's really not going to do anything because it's normal, it's just a colour filter background. What am I doing? But anyway, we are done for this tutorial. So if you guys did enjoy it and you did find it helpful, then make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, anything else you want me to do. I've got a few more bits of adverts which I have done. I could show you how to do, quite easy, simple. There's a few Nike ones, I think. Yeah, so I got a Team Elevate shaker cup tutorial, I got a Nike ad, I got Red Jordan's Peach Snacks, which is an alcoholic drink. Steel series, this is probably one of the best ones I've done. There's a Nike shoe ad, there's a pink Nike ad which I've done, which you guys could probably use. I did it for cancer research. I don't know what them bubbles are doing there, to be honest, but yeah. But yeah, so if you guys did enjoy it, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment, and I shall see you in the next video. Thanks and goodbye.
Still I get my money, still I get my money. You still acting funny, you still acting dummy. Remember she was on me, now she acting sorry. But still I get my money, still I